Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. This is where we talk about books, we talk about hobbies, and we just talk about general low spend living. I'm currently on a mission to buy a house with my boyfriend, so anything that I can do that is a hobby or a way to learn something new in a low spend way is definitely something I'm going to be interested in. Which brings us to today's topic, which is all about making a curriculum each month centered around things that we want to learn more about. Shout out to the creator who is on YouTube but also on TikTok. Her name is Elizabeth Jane Parmesan Princess. What a name, love it. And basically she made a quick video sharing how every month she basically creates a fake school for herself.
Each month I like to make a little curriculum for myself, and for the month of August I want to show you guys what I'm getting into. So I basically pick out all of this stuff based off of like what I'm interested in at the moment, or just like whatever sounds like silly and fun.
So she breaks it down into various classes and topics. It is very manageable, it isn't overwhelming. I'm going to show you my August curriculum, I'm going to show you how I broke it down, and I'm going to show you how I've mapped it out. This is a work in progress, and it also is something that will probably change and evolve as the month goes on because this is my first time doing this. But I just thought it would be fun to do a little sit down video and run through it, and maybe it might give you an idea of something you might do, or if you have done this before and if you think I can approach anything better or differently, please do let me know. I started with, first of all, a little mind map, and I have to say I've really been enjoying a pen and paper moment. When I have to type something on a laptop or even on my iPad, I like clam up and I get writer's block, and it's as if pen and paper approach takes away that stage fright and it gives me a chance to just jot down whatever is coming up. This was the work in progress, and I started this a few days ago, and basically what I figured out by doing my mind map is I am very interested in physical media at the moment. If you know me in real life, you will know that I have started collecting DVDs again. So I've been doing most of my collecting from charity shops, and I've been doing it on Vinted as well. I've bought one new DVD set, which is Gossip Girl, and I actually have a degree in creative digital media, so it makes sense that I would want to revisit this topic. Mind mapped out some of the aspects that I wanted to cover in this. There's a Keanu Reeves, I can never say his name, documentary that I want to watch. There's a few other documentaries that came up as well that I will mention in a moment. And I just wanted to learn a little bit about why we are having a resurgence of physical media. We are in the era of streaming and everything is in the cloud. People, particularly in my own age bracket, which is in my 30s, are having a resurgence back to physical media. I'm really interested in terms of the cultural study around this and the psychology of this. So this is something that I said, okay, I'm going to find some books, I'm going to find some documentaries, and I'm going to find some sources to actually learn. So this book is wildly popular at the moment, but it reminded me that I never finished The Artist's Way, which I picked up in the end of 2023. I have some marks in it from where I originally started this, but I decided I would start on week 1 this week. Another aspect that came up for me was writing. Writing is something that I have always liked, but again, it's something as an adult that I don't really have time to do. Another mini module that I wanted to add in was reading more classic books. This is something that I used to be so good at, especially when I was a teenager and when I first started college, and it's just something that I've fallen off. I don't think there's like a right or wrong way to lay out your curriculum, but I just thought putting things into writing feels a little bit more real for me. I started off with a quote from The Artist's Way, which is, "Do what intrigues you, explore what interests you, think mystery, not mastery. A mystery draws us in, leads us on, lures us." And I just thought that was so interesting because a lot of the time when we're reading non-fiction books or when we need to learn something new, it's I need to do this, I have to do this, I'm doing this for work, rather than, okay, what is it that is sparking my interest at the moment? My core units for August will be The Artist's Way, and that will be doing the morning pages, it will be doing the weekly artist state, the reflection, and a few exercises. So if you don't have The Artist's Way, I would recommend picking it up. I don't think it's overhyped at all, but I do think it is quite a big body of work, so it's something that you could definitely do multiple times within your life and you'll get something new out of it every time. My next core unit is media and culture, and that is through the lens of physical media. So the documentaries that I'm planning to watch this month is The Last Blockbuster, Side by Side, Rewind This, and All Things Must Pass. My first August module is graphic design and typography, and the books I'm planning to read, which I have ordered from the library, is Freehand New Typography Sketchbooks, and also Too Fast to Live, Too Young to Die, Punk and Post-Punk Graphics 1976 to 1986. And that was just something I saw on the library website and I was like, oh, that seems interesting. And my next module, which is an August module, but I do think I will be continuing this, but we'll see how I get on, is module 1, writing, and I've called this Writers 101. So for this, we are obviously going to be writing for the artist's way for the morning pages, and I just want to write more in general. But the books that I have ordered for this are Writing Down the Bones, Freeing the Writer Within, Bird by Bird, Some Instructions on Writing and Life. And then an action I want to take for this is to make a little writing prompt jar, just to build on that skill. I've put another little quote in here, and it says, in filling the well, think magic, think delight, think fun. So I'm just trying to remind myself that like I'm doing this because I want to do this. There's no pressure, there's no grades. I feel like so many of us love learning, but we haven't been able to give ourselves that gift of time. So I'm hoping that this is going to change my life. For the reading electives in August, I have Mind, Body, Spirit section, which I will be reading The Mountain Is You, and then I will be doing a revisiting classics section, which I will be reading Brave New World, which my boyfriend lent me, so I felt like it'd be interesting to read a book that someone else really likes, and it happens to be a classic, so I was like, perfect. And then I have a Magic and Delight module. Well, it's not really a module. I would say it is the equivalent of, you know, one of those fun classes you had in school or college that like you were going to get an A anyway. You got an A for participation. So that's kind of the vibe of the Magic and Delight module. And in this, I have scrapbook/junk journal. I have play video games. I have colouring books. And I have build a Lego set because I have 2 Lego sets and I haven't built them yet. And then at the end, because you could see this as a chore, but you could also be like, okay, fair, this is for, you know, magic and delight. Declutter my space for mental clarity. So I don't know. Is that magic and delight or is that a chore? I put it in there anyway. I have space to add extra things in if I have any notes or I need to change things around. And I do like that I have most of the modules, actually all the modules, bar the reading, because the reading I feel like I'm going to get that done this month, but I have the other modules on transparent post-it notes, so I can actually move these into next month if needs be. It just gives a bit more flexibility. So I have made like a little database for myself, so it basically matches up to the modules that I've created in my notebook. Like that's like the guidebook, and then the Google Doc is basically any digital links or any reading lists, because another creator on TikTok made a really good point. I can't think of her name, but I will insert it, and she was basically saying that if you have an interest in anything, if you just search whatever the topic is, so just for say for example for me it was physical media or cultural study of media, and if you put in syllabus, it will pull up actual college and university syllabi, I should say, that's the word, isn't it, for this, and it will give you their reading lists, their required texts and everything. So that's a way that I have been able to capture all of that data in one place rather than scrambling and looking for these things. I have it all there, and it means that obviously I'm not going to get to read every single book this month, but I know that that lives there, so if I need it for next month or if I want to dive back into it at a later time, it's safe and it's there. So I do think that's a really good tip, to kind of have it both ways. I love the ideas part on paper and stepping away for digital, just to like organically think, what am I interested in? I'm not looking at a video of what someone else is interested in. I'm purely thinking about what is it that I am thinking about right now. I put all that pen on paper, old school style, and I you could see like I had the messy sort of mind map, and then from there I started to break it into core sections, and then that's when I put it into my actual notebook, which will be the guidebook, and which hopefully month by month, when I look back on this over the next few months or even years, I'll be able to see my like stream of consciousness, like what I was learning, what I was interested in at that time. And then the Google Doc is like the digital soft copy of this. It's more of a living, breathing kind of thing that like if I do think of something and I'm out and about, I can add in a little note there and then I can come back to it later. But I do think having that divide is quite nice, because I know myself personally that sometimes I can spend so much time looking at other people's advice on what they're interested in, etc., rather than actually consuming the text myself and actually learning something myself. So I think having that segmentation is really good. So this is what I have. Brave New World, which I started last night, and oh my god, this is like wild. Like this is wild. Like if this was like a Netflix series now, like this would be so popular. Like I can't believe this was written so long ago. So really enjoying this. My boyfriend was right. He's been telling me to read this for so long, and I've been like, no, I'm good. No, really good. The Mountain Is You, and I got this on Kindle a couple of months ago, and I didn't read it, and I started it, so I have to restart that. So Mountain Is You, The Artist's Way, and then I have this little mini notebook which I got in Kerry, which I think would be real cute for some like low stakes journaling, junk journaling, just to kind of use it, because I feel like I can get very precious about stationery. Let me know if you're like that as well. I can get very, very like, oh, this is too nice to use, which is ridiculous. My Switch. I also have a mini PC that I have The Sims 4 on, and I recently bought The Quarry on as well, which seems really, really good. So just to give myself time to play these things and not feel guilty that I'm doing something like that, because one of the teachings of the artist's way is that the artist needs to fill their well. So this is the way I'm filling my well. Very not seasonal or on brand is the colouring book that I got last Christmas, and I started it. Oh Jesus, that looks quite bad, doesn't it? See, I started it. This was my all blue page, and I just kind of lost interest with it, and I have like all the gorgeous alcohol markers and everything. So yeah, just to get back into this, and it could be nice to even listen to an audiobook or be watching a documentary if I want to kind of do this instead of scrolling. I wanted this one since January, and it went on sale in Smith's, and it's still full price in the Lego store, which is really weird. So look at this, a pink typewriter. Like, is that not a sign? I feel like I should start with this one because I'm all about the writing and being artistic. So I have a pink typewriter, and oh my god, the pile. Like, if you could see the pile beside me, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, it's like piling up. A Chinese cat. As a 34-year-old, I am super excited that school is back in motion for me, and it's perfect timing because we are just in the middle of August heading into September. So it is really and truly back to school season, and I'm just really, really excited to have a chance to deep dive into all of these topics that I want to learn more about. If you've read any of the texts or seen the documentaries or anything that I've talked about today, please let me know, because this is brand new to me. Before we close out the video, I need to know, are you team typewriter or team Chinese lucky cat? Let me know which one I should start with. Leave a cat emoji for the cat. I don't think there's a typewriter emoji for the typewriter. So what about the writing hand emoji? And please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff if you enjoyed, and if you'd like to see more videos of the same theme. Let me know if you will be doing your own curriculum or if you feel inspired to try, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks for watching.